What up, guys? Good morning. Dex Barbie T, just about 45 seconds away from getting into our ghosted this morning. This guy ended up getting ghosted after a Halloween party. He'd been dating this girl for about 4 months. You're going to hear us say that when we go on the radio live. We called her and we found out exactly what was going on. And I'm curious to see what everybody's thoughts are whenever it comes to this. I don't know if you actually spoke on this as much when we actually called this girl, but I'm curious to see what your thoughts are too. 10 seconds.
Yeah, I remember speaking on this.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I think she's interesting.
You think she's interesting? All right. Let's see.
It's not up.
Here we go. You know what time it is? It's time for our ghosted, and we have reached out to this girl, Missy, after we talked to Bryce. How long was he in a relationship with this girl?
Oh, gosh. Was it a few months?
4 months.
Yeah.
Right, 4 months. And all of a sudden, he got ghosted after they went to a party together. I'm curious to see what happened at the party that would cause this girl to ghost.
Right.
Right? Good morning, Missy. It didn't happen at the party. Well, it kind of happened at the party, but it's what he did that caused you some pain after the party. Good morning. Go ahead. Tell us what happened.
He left me at a Halloween party, so I'm not real sure what he wanted me to do, but definitely it ended it because anything could have happened to me. Like I could have been drugged or kidnapped or anything trying to make it home by myself.
Well, I literally told you I was leaving. You know, you're a grown adult. You can take care of yourself. I don't need to hold your hand the whole time. I said I was tired. I wanted to go home. And you said you weren't done partying. So, you know, I left. Like I told you I was leaving. I did stay up. Like I was texting you, you know, trying to make sure you did get home safe.
When did you decide that you didn't want to be with him then? I mean, like if he was texting you, making sure you got home safe.
Because who leaves somebody at a party? Like if you go together, you leave together. That is just common knowledge. He was texting me, but if somebody kidnapped me, what was he going to do on the other side of that text message? What was I going to text him and tell him like, hey, by the way, I'm dead now? Like what was he going to do?
I mean, I get what you're saying. Was he your ride to the party or did you guys Uber together?
We Ubered together, but like we should have left together.
I get that.
Nothing would have happened to you. You're just like exaggerating. Like we knew everybody at this party. I just feel like you're just looking for a reason to be upset.
I'm exaggerating how? Because I literally just want the person that I'm dating to make me feel safe, and you left me. I'm not sure what I was supposed to do. Like, and yeah, maybe we knew everybody at the party, but I don't know what creepy Uber driver is going to come pick me up. I did not feel safe, and I just don't like that.
Well, just the next time, just leave when the person that you're with says they're ready to go. I was ready to go. I told you I was leaving. I was definitely down to pay for a ride for both of us to get home, and you didn't want to leave. You wanted to stay.
Yeah, because it was Halloween and like it was 9:30. I'm not 11 years old. Like I wanted to stay out a little later.
Exactly. You're not 11 years old. Like you're a grown adult. Like you can go, you can stay at the party without me. It's not a big deal. I don't think that's a reason for you not to like get back to me. I needed to go. I had to wake up early for work.
Well, and can I ask you this when it comes to this? You guys did Uber there together, so it's not like he was your ride home. You had, you guys were going to Uber no matter what.
Yeah, but I mean, we went to the party together, so we should have left the party together. I wouldn't even leave one of my girlfriends at a party by herself. That's insane.
Did you know people there?
Yeah, I knew people there, but again, like it's Halloween night, crazies come out. I didn't want to be Ubering home by myself.
Did you express to him like, hey, I don't feel safe? Like, why didn't you just leave with him and then maybe meet up with some more friends? I mean, I don't know.
She had friends there. She's not going to go home and then go back out. I get that part of it. But at the same time, I kind of see where he's coming from in that, like, if he had to go home, it's not like if you didn't know anybody, I think it would have been different.
Yeah, and if he just left you, then I'd understand that. But, like, he told you where he was going, and he made sure you were okay.
I'm sorry that you felt that way, but, like, I just needed to go, and if I need to go, I need to go, and I can't just stay around because I'm going to be upset, I'm going to be grumpy, and it's just not going to be good at the end of the night.
I've been there. I've had someone leave me on the side of the interstate before and just get a ride and left me there stranded.
But I told him he could come. He didn't want to.
Right.
He wanted to stay.
We're still friends. I sometimes bring it up from time to time, but I still work with her.
He didn't ghost me.
Missy see, is there any way you can like forgive him on this?
I don't know. I just didn't feel safe, and I didn't feel like he was like protecting me and like,
Okay.
making sure I was taken care of.
Okay. At this point, I'm shocked at the difference of opinion on our live streams right now because I mean, like one girl, Princess, says that nah, he is dead blank wrong for leaving her. You come together, you leave together.
Now, see, it's the situation for me. Like, if we went somewhere where I knew absolutely no one and you left me, that's a problem. But she had friends.
Interesting. Now there's also people that are saying like she's too high maintenance. Her dang fault for staying. She wanted to party, then blame him? Absolutely not. Kimberly over there on YouTube says needy and she's very extra.
He checked on her and he was tired. He told her she could have Ubered with a friend that was there. She was just making excuses.
866-639-4689. What are your thoughts whenever it comes to this? Is she right? Are you on her side or are you on his side? Give us a call. And if you've ever been in this situation. Wow. So we're like, there's people on both sides. It's the principle. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I've stopped being
Hang
friends
on
with
just a
her
second.
before because she left me at a club. Like, we came together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
like that you do. You come together, you leave together. I understand that 100%.
Well, and that's
But-
why I'll tell you this. I mean, I will go to bed early. You know what I mean? You know how I am.
Mhm.
So don't expect me to stay out. I will drive separately just so I
Yeah.
can go home. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Good morning. Hang on just a second. Oh, you hung up on me. What? Hi, good morning. Hang on just a second. One call ahead of you. Goodness.
And, like, it's not like he just left. The situation I'm talking about, they just left. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. Okay,
At
so
least
that
he
is different.
contacted her and, like, let her know.
Right, and was keeping up with her. Hey, good morning. Dr. Marie, go ahead. What are your thoughts whenever it comes to this?
First of all, I would like to say I think this whole situation is done AF.
Ha!
But since we talking about it, both sides have points to be made. For her, I feel where she's coming from. My man has to protect me no matter what. If I lose that feeling of protection, he's done. You can stick a fork in him. I don't want him no more.
Now, what if he's like, yo, I'm ready to go home. What are you going to say?
Why go to a party if you got to leave at 9:30?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's
That was kind of early. But there's
What
a
do
lot
you
of these
need to
early
go for?
parties.
I mean, I'm 45 years old. 2 weeks ago, it was my birthday. I had to work the whole weekend. I partied the whole weekend. I work a 12-hour shift, and I still got to work on time every day and work 12 whole hours when I didn't leave parties to 2 o'clock in the morning.
Period.
So if I could do it at 45, he's in his 20s. I mean, what's the problem?
Good point. Love it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good morning. What's your name? Where you calling from?
James from Maryville.
What up, James? Go ahead, man, real quick.
All right, so I believe that he was in the right. I mean, he told her that he was leaving, and she kind of had like a spoiled energy about her, in my opinion. So, I mean, whenever he approached her and said, "Hey, I'm trying to leave," I mean, maybe she should have said something like, "Hey, I'm trying to stay for just like 30 more minutes or maybe an hour." Maybe he would have worked something out with her. But if she straight up just said, "No, I'm not ready to leave yet," I mean, that's on her as an adult. I mean, she made that decision.
Boom.
She knew that she was about to be finding a ride home at that moment in time whenever he said, "Hey, I'm about to leave." Like, she knew before it happened.
Thank you very
Yep,
much.
Thank you.
Yep. Good morning. Kimberly, go ahead. What are your thoughts whenever it
Good
comes to this?
morning. Okay, so I'm going to just put it out. It's so disrespectful for her to expect another adult who is allowed to make a choice of whether they want to end the night of partying. Ask Barbie. Me personally, I'm not a partier. That's okay. So if I go somewhere with my friends or a male friend, and let's say we go to dinner and then we go meet up at a get-together, a gathering, a party, that's not necessarily a date because you told us that your other friends were there. So that's not really a date. That's a party. He didn't say that I'm going to stay with you all the way to the end. He texted you when he left. He told you he was leaving. He didn't just leave you. So her word usage was wrong. He decided to go home. He made you aware. He texted you to make sure you made it home. I think that she's upset. One, because he wouldn't do what she said, and that's not fair. And two, I feel like she also is mad because she didn't get none at the end of the night because he decided to go home.
Yeah, that would make me
Let's
mad
be
too. I ain't
honest.
gonna lie to you. I'd be like, what the hell?
But that may be the case. But she told him honestly, I was ready to go home now. But if that was important to her to be able to spend more
Yep.
time with him,
Yep.
she should have left the party with him. If that was more important. But at that moment, he wasn't important to you. He could have flipped this on you and be like, "Look, I thought we were spending the night together. So when I'm ready to go, you can be like, you know what? I want to go spend more time with you.
Yep.
Leave the party with him, and then continue your night with him.
Thank
but
you
you
very
chose
much.
the party. So ultimately, party is more important to you."
Thank you for your call, as always. Good morning. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Deanna calling from Greenville.
Good morning. Go ahead. What are your thoughts whenever it comes to this real quick?
Honey, girl, she just, she needs to grow up because it's like this man specifically told you that he was tired, he was ready to go home, he had to go to work, he has priorities. So therefore, if she wants to stay up and party all night, that's on her. Like, you already took full responsibility that you can get yourself home at this point. Like, at this point, you're acting like an entitled brat.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, it seems like the side is going towards our dude here.
Shantaria, listen, I am that girl, okay?
What?
IDK, man. When I go out, I start yawning at the bar, but I work third, but 9:30 was a little early. Listen, I will go to sleep
At the bar.
in the club. I
Yeah,
don't care.
But she'll still stay out.
yeah, I'm that girl. I'm a trooper now.
I got pictures.
Let me take a nap. Y'all do what y'all want to do.
Yep.
In Vegas, it happened.
She is childish. He did nothing wrong. How you gonna fault a man who was trying to be responsible? Should be the first to complain about him not making enough money too. Ooh, okay.
Well,
that's on YouTube.
That's a different topic.
Okay. She should have been considerate of him wanting to leave. Boom, Alexandria. What up, Jared?
If it's a
let's see.
friend, I wouldn't care. But if it's a date, someone trying to date me, he should care to take her home. I understand that, Anna. No, I do. Like, and that's the thing, though. Like, I'm such a loner, though. I don't expect. I have my. I don't know what you say. Like, I have my expectations, I guess. But at the same time, I don't really expect it because it's like, you know how people are. That people are gonna people. You know.
People gonna people.
They're gonna do them. So I mean, this is the bar, but if you're below that, I mean that's you.
Right. And
keep it
chances are,
moving.
I think there's a lot of people on his side right now because I mean, think about what time it's on. I mean, like you guys are all on live. It's 7:57. You know what I mean? Like we get up early. We got to work. You know what I'm saying? Like some people are not up at this time. When we had to call that girl, it was in the afternoon. You know what I mean? Because she ain't getting up early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got things to do.
She was so worried about what she wanted and how she felt with no consideration of what he wanted. She sounds real selfish and inconsiderate, and he needs to move on and find someone who will be considerate of him. Yeah, and then I feel like the only thing she really should have took from this was that, hey, I can't party with this guy. But, I mean, that doesn't mean he's a bad guy. You just don't invite him to the late parties during the week, especially if he's not up for it, you know?
So, and that's a good question. Okay, curious. Yin and yang, does that actually work? Opposites attract? Because, I mean, like, if she's a party girl and he seems like he is not a party guy, he's ready to go home at 9:30. She's ready to party until 1. I doubt it was 9:30. I bet it was like 10:30.
That's still early.
It is.
A lot of people don't show up to the club till about 12. So
Agreed.
I'm people.
I agree. I agree.
Because I need a nap sometimes. But like that whole thing of opposites attract, that's cute. But I really am tired of that. I'm tired of looking like getting opposites. They want to attract. Like, no, you don't like anything I like. I don't like anything you like. What we doing?
Doesn't that keep it interesting?
No.
No?
'Cause I like to do what I like to do, and I need somebody that has somewhat. We can't be too opposite.
Kitty says the opposites attract is dumb.
Yeah.
It will not work, Dex. Really?
There's some things we have to like I have to. I am done. If you are a mute or like someone that's like an introvert, extreme introvert, you're not for me.
You
Don't even
dated someone
try.
that was an introvert.
I know that was the worst decision of my life.
Okay. Wow.
Like what? Like trying because it makes like No, trying to get someone to communicate and they're not a person that communicates, like it's stupid. It's so dumb.
That man is trying to turn a hoe into a housewife. My husband is the complete opposite, says Kimberly. So, and it works. How is he an opposite?
I don't know. A lot of hoes do make the best wives. That's what I've heard.
Do they?
Yeah. That's what a lot of dudes have told me.
Oh, did I miss that sweep?
You can't find any proof of it working, but can prove the same do attract. Exactly.
So here's what we have 2 questions that we can go now because I already had the plan to move on, but I'm curious what everybody is saying, on our live this morning. So do you guys want to hear stories about people having like some of the worst first dates? This is based off of a man who met someone on what dating site was it, Jared? POF, Plenty of Fish. The woman stole his truck on their first date. Or do you want to hear opposites attract and if it works in their relationships and seeing different couples call in this morning? Yeah. You name the topic. Barbie, which one do you want?
I'm good for first dates.
You want first dates?
That's cool. Good and bad first dates?
I would say, since it's a man who got his car stolen, I would say probably bad. But if there's an amazing one that can really shine through, I'd be open to that.
I don't know. I'm a great first date, but I will say that the last
first
date that I went on, I made this man wait 6 hours. The latest one, yeah. Friday night when we had to do that thing.
What thing was it?
The work thing.
Oh,
the auction.
Oh, at the golf thing. Yeah.
Like he had came down maybe like he got here like 4 or 5, and I didn't see him till like 10. I think he got here like 3. He went to the mall.
Are we all saying first dates? We're going to go with first dates. Diane, Constance says first dates. Hannah says first one. Okay. Anybody for opposites? We're all going for first date stories? If you like butting heads every day, sure. Opposites can attract.
Yeah.
First date says Amanda as well. All right.
Yeah.
Let me get that story up and ready to go.
I dated opposite for 8 years, and that did not go well.
Hey, guys, just a heads up. So we started doing this diet, Barbie and I, and for the first time in, I'd say, 10 years, I am now under 200 pounds.
I'm so proud of you.
197 is what I weighed this morning. That's insane.
You know, there was a point in time I reached 200.
Shut up.
I swear to God.
Really?
The highest I've ever been was 213.
213?
I was fat as hell. And y'all ain't tell me. Y'all fake for that. But anyway.
I would have. But I wasn't here back then.
Yeah, no. It was right before you got here, yeah.
See? I could have been the inspiration to get you going. All right, here we go.
How? You don't even drink water.
Here's my water cup. Oh. How about that?
I'm on my second bottle. All
right, here we go. Okay, so imagine you meet someone on one of these dating apps. You're like, yo, this is great. We're a perfect match. Everything is firing on all cylinders. So you say, hey, look, let's go out on a date. Next thing you know, woman steals your truck.
Oh, wait, what? She stole his truck.
Wesley is the guy's name. He met this girl. He's in Georgia. He met her on Plenty of Fish, and her name is Jennifer Lee Gray. We'll just go ahead and call her out by her full name. She was on the dating app. Next thing you know, an Uber took Gray over to Wesley's house, all right? He was in the bathroom, and so she was just kind of hanging out and everything like that. Next thing you know, she sees the keys to his truck. She sees her opportunity. Ghost out this piece.
She ghosted him and stole his truck.
Stole his truck. So he ended up calling 911. Looks like Jennifer ended up leading the cops on a high-speed chase that reached about 100 miles an hour. That truck can go. Officials ended up eventually nabbing her on Interstate 85. Don't ever flee on the interstate. She was charged with theft and a bunch of other stuff.
Stupid.
Right. So that brings us up to our favorite topic this morning. What is the craziest first date that you ever had? You went on a date with someone you met on a dating app. Maybe you met them in person. Who knows? But what's the craziest thing that happened on that date? Did they steal something from you? Did they do something unthinkable? What did they say? What did they do? 866-639-4689. Maybe they were late to the date by like 6 hours. That would be horrible, right?
That's not too bad. Like, but it's that is bad. That is.
Yeah.
I've done it. It's me.
Okay.
I'm guilty.
Yeah.
Whatever. Call me out. It's fine. But
Okay.
guess what? I ain't get ghosted.
Okay. Because they always come back for more. All right. So 866-639-4689. Give us a call right now. The craziest first date you have ever dealt with. Call now. Share your stories. We'll be back with some of those stories on the air next. Woo. All right. Isn't that crazy? Worst
I'm mad
date
Dick
ever.
tried to call me out.
Do what?
I had to work. He was cool with it. He knew what was going on. He entertained himself.
He
Get
entertained
you a man
himself?
that knows how to entertain himself.
For 6 hours?
Yes.
Where? Like just at the date spot? So he
No,
showed up?
No, he showed up, but like he came earlier than I expected, and I was like, bro, I'm still working. I got stuff to do.
Good morning. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Knoxville. This is Jason.
Good morning.
Hi.
Go ahead. Worst first date ever.
Man, this is bad. Like, this is embarrassing and it's bad. So I had seen this old girl out on the lake a few times, and we got together. This was about a year and a half ago, on July 4th. We went to some friends' houses, after July 4th, and we were listening, to music through a Bluetooth speaker, and she had the passcode to my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So, long story short, about 11 o'clock, I decided that I was going to go to bed. Went to bed, got up the next day, went to work, and my phone was completely dead, and I found it downstairs in the kitchen of this house. So, no big deal. Didn't think anything about it, just went to work. Well, about 3 days later, when I was checking my bank account, this old girl went into my Venmo and Venmo'd herself $1,800 out of my Venmo.
How much?
$1,800.
Scammer.
And it gets better. She obviously had done this before because she email.
Sorry, your phone's
Your phone
cutting
is
in and
breaking
out.
out.
Say that last part again.
You what now?
Your phone was cutting in and out.
Where'd I lose you?
Okay. Yeah, what else did she do?
So she went to my email on my phone. She erased the email notifications that where when you send a Venmo to somebody, it sends you a notification.
Yeah.
And she went into the trash of my email and completely erased these. So I didn't even notice this till like 3 days later. So, and she put notes on these Venmos like hair, nails, vacation, to make it look like I was sending her money.
Bitch. Oh my gosh.
These girls are scandalous, honey. Let me tell you, scandalous.
Did you
So
call
I went to
the cops?
I called. I sure did. Called the cops. The officer came out, and the officer was absolutely no help. There is no way you can prove that you did not electronically send this stuff to her. And furthermore, he went as far as like, how did you not notice that much money out of your bank account? And I was like, officer, I don't live paycheck to paycheck. I don't check my bank account that often. Honestly, I didn't even really notice anything. So, and I was like, what does that matter anyway?
Dang.
And so, yeah, they wouldn't press charges. Obviously there's no witnesses. They
Oh
wouldn't
my
do
gosh.
anything.
I'd be furious. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
I've
for
heard
your
of girls
call.
doing this, but I didn't know that they really did this.
Yeah, that's sketchy.
Oh, yeah, honey, it's bad. Yeah, it's
Okay.
bad.
Thank
Bad
you.
out here. It's rough out here.
It's rough out here for a man.
It is. Trust me, I know too. I know.
Thank you. Jeez. That's rough, man. I would be furious. I just
Yo.
lost my wallet yesterday, and you want to talk about a $600 mistake? Oh, not a good day last night. All right, let me get this real quick.
Listen,
What else we got on the lives? Go ahead.
honey. Some Cookie you said, is he single? His voice is really nice. Some females watching this like, I'm gonna get this man. Ha! Listen, if he cheat on you, get the Venmo, sis. That's why you need a passcode on
That
those
is
apps
exactly. I
when
was thinking
sending
that.
money.
Yep.
Yeah, mine is. It's got to be Face ID or whatever. Yeah, there is a code. I do have to have a code when sending funds, but
I got.
ooh, I hate it for you. I'm not gonna lie. I know women are scandalous. I try to keep my homies up on game, but I never knew that this was like women were really doing this. I saw this, and I was like, "Oh, girl, ain't nobody doing that for real." Like,
Yeah.
shit. I mean, I say like revenge, cheating, revenge. Okay, cool, do it. But he sound like a good guy. Dang, he sound like the type that would Venmo you food or money for food and hair and all those things. He sounds like that kind of guy.
35 seconds.
That's why I don't lay my phone or wallet down around anyone. Ooh.
10 seconds.
Well, he just told everyone how to do the perfect crime. I mean,
Here we go.
damn.
There, got it.
Something's in my eye.
Wow. All right. So the worst first date you have ever had. This all started because of this one guy in Georgia. He ended up getting his truck stolen by his first date.
Yeah, and that's crazy. But the stories we've gotten today, ciao.
That's why I love the Hot Fam. They're always going to end up beating the stories that make national news. How does our show not make national news
Right?
every freaking day? So this guy, Jason, calls in. He is from Knoxville, I believe. Good morning, sir. Tell us what ended up happening. You met this girl. I believe you guys met at the lake. You guys are over at a friend's place, and everybody's hanging out. And what ends up happening?
To some friends' houses, after July 4th, and we were listening, to music through a Bluetooth speaker, and she had the passcode to my phone. About 11 o'clock, I decided that I was going to go to bed. Went to bed, got up the next day, went to work. My phone was completely dead, and I found it downstairs in the kitchen of this house. So no big deal, didn't think anything about it, just went to work. Well, about 3 days later, when I was checking my bank account, this old girl went into my Venmo and Venmo'd herself $1,800.
Scammer.
And it gets better. She erased the email notifications that, where when you send a Venmo to somebody, it sends you a notification.
Yeah.
And she went into the trash of my email and completely erased these. So I didn't even notice this till like 3 days later.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
yeah, long story-
Did you
so
call
I went to
the cops?
I called sure did. Called the cops. Officer came out, and the officer was absolutely no help.
Oh.
There is no way you can prove that you did not electronically send this stuff to her.
But I mean, there's got to be a way.
Child.
There's got to be a way to get them on this. $1,800. I want my money back. How do you know? How do you solve that?
You don't. There's no way. Like, gosh.
Like, I don't know
She
where.
knew the passcode.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And that's one thing I will say on his part. Like, dude, I mean, like, it's a first date. She should not have your passcode.
Well, they were listening to music on his phone. That's why.
Oh, well.
So,
yeah,
like, to get into it and stuff, he probably just gave her the code, not thinking this girl's going to steal my money.
Well, I'm a DJ, so we're playing what I want to hear. Sorry. That's
Playlist
it.
is set.
That's it. Exactly. All right, so here's our number. Can you beat that story? 866-639-4689. Worst first date you ever had. Did you meet him on like some kind of dating app? Did you meet him out in the real world? What ended up happening? Give us a call, all right? This song, I feel like it's such a touching song. Like, I feel like this is the right song to play after that call.
We got to lift Jason up. And Jason, the ladies are asking, are you single, honey?
Yeah.
We don't steal. We might ask for a Venmo, but I ask first, at least.
Right. Yeah. Don't give them a passcode either. Woo. Goodness, guys.
I love getting Venmos. I had somebody Venmo me some money to gamble with, and I didn't.
And you didn't get, you just kept it?
Yeah. I mean,
that's
I
nice.
didn't mean to, but like I wanted to gamble. I just didn't have time. Someone hit my cash app for $3,400 and took a cruise. I never got a dime back, and I'm
Who said
sure
that?
it wasn't the one on that boat.
Who said that story?
Jackie.
Yeah, call. Boom. You know the number. And Constance too. You got a story?
Y'all been killing it this week. They get the top 2
Seriously?
along
Yeah.
with Marie. They
Which,
the top
by the
3.
way, we started posting some of the true crime stories on TikTok and YouTube, and my gosh, guys, those are a hit. So we're probably going to continue doing
Can
that.
you turn this down? This song. It makes me want to cry.
Yeah,
Thank
sure,
you.
absolutely. Yeah. I feel that makes me want to cry when it plays on our radio show too. So
I had been talking to a guy. It was good till we met. And we were supposed to go to the UT game together. I wanted to go out so bad. I text my friend Homer and to call and say we had an emergency at the nursing home and I had to come in immediately. He became my stalker, and still I run into him a couple of weeks ago. Actually, this was 8.5 years ago. I refused to make eye contact. Oh my God.
Awkward. 866-639-4689. Worst first date.
I still hold grounds for the best first date.
What's that one?
When I took him to the UT Bama game.
Hang on just a second. Good morning. We've got one call ahead of you. Stand by. All right. What happened on your first date?
Oh, it wasn't a first date. You just wanted me to call about my Venmo issue, right?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I was collecting money from coworkers and had put my Cash App in an email to 30 coworkers. And sometime over the next 30 days, while I was getting money from people, someone hit my Cash App and booked a cruise and paid the deposit and then went back 2 days later and paid the remaining balance.
Off
The
of
cruise
your
company
Cash App?
Off of my Cash App. They got my banking information through the Cash App. The cruise line wouldn't help me. The police wouldn't help me.
Cash App didn't help
wouldn't
you?
help me. Nobody. Cash
Oh.
App said the same thing. We have no way of proving you didn't send this money.
Okay, so here's
I
my
said, well,
question.
then where's the boat? What cruise am I leaving on? Because I'll go take my cruise. Nothing. Nobody would give me anything back or any help or any information.
Well, and what I don't understand about that is, like, there is a scam where people ask for your Cash App because they're going to drop money on you, right? And I never understand, how do they get your information by you giving them just a link to your Cash App? Like, how does that work?
I don't know, because it was with people that I've worked with for 6 and 7 years, people that I trust.
Wow.
Through a secure work email.
Okay.
So
That
it
is
had to
crazy.
be someone that I work with.
Oh, I would have been throwing hands. Everybody.
Thank you. Thank
Why
you,
you-
Jackie.
Keep people as coworkers.
Yeah, that's
Period.
right. Exactly. That's why you got to make friends with them. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's constant.
Good morning, Constance. Real quick, tell us your story. I only got about a minute.
Okay, so I have a friend. She used to just meet people and have hookups. So she met this guy, and he came to her apartment. They hung out. They went to bed that night, and they were laying there, and she was there was this beeping noise, and she couldn't figure out what it was. And she kept asking him if his phone was dying, blah, 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 blah. Come to find out, he had hearing aids, and the battery was dying. And she didn't know how.
Oh, okay.
Well,
that's different. I
So-
mean,
could he hear her or?
He could hear her on one side, but not the other. And then she
Oh.
figured it out, and she didn't know how to get out of it. But she didn't talk to him anymore after that.
Was this before she hooked up or after?
After.
Oh, okay.
She
Okay.
done knocked his hearing out.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, there you go. Thank you for your call. Aw. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a hearing aid, though.
There's nothing wrong with it, but make sure your battery's charged or whatever.
That's right. And that's kind of weird that it would make a beeping sound when the battery starts going out.
I mean, that would be. I mean, that's good though, because like it's probably annoying to hear that beeping sound, and you'll change your battery immediately, unless he couldn't hear it.
Can you imagine they're knocking boots and next thing you know, she's like, yeah, give it to me harder. Huh? That would be messed up.
What'd you say?
What did you say? That would ruin the mood.
God.
Like, hey, let's go. Let's change positions. You want to keep this position? Okay.
I thought he was gonna say he had an ankle monitor.
I
Yeah.
did too. I did too.
From experience, don't date anyone with an ankle monitor.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Cause then
Mm.
You'll get a message from their baby mama asking you to write affidavits. Life in dating is ghetto. Ugh.
It can be. I don't have any issues though. Like I feel like, granted, I don't go on a
You're
lot
going
of
to hell
dates,
for laughing at that.
but if I did, I don't like the people I've met. I don't think that they're bad.
Man. I ran into him at Southbound. Oh, God.
Who?
The hearing aid or either the.
He's probably the
stalker?
guy telling the DJ to turn it up. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. So we're talking about the worst first dates you've ever been on. Give us a call, 866-639-4689. Man, some of these are, I don't think this one is that bad, but some of these are pretty bad. One guy ended up getting hit up for $1,800 because the girl got into his phone and Venmo'd herself $1,800.
Yeah, I've always heard about girls doing this, but I didn't know they actually did this. I just thought it was a meme.
Right. Give us a call. Worst first date you've ever been on. This all started because this guy in Georgia ended up getting his truck stolen. The girl led police on a high-speed chase on 85 and got pulled over and arrested. Multiple charges. Man, good morning. Go ahead. What happened? Now, this isn't you. This is one of your friends. Go ahead, Constance.
So I have a friend. She used to just meet people and have hookups. So she met this guy, and he came to her apartment. They hung out. They went to bed that night, and they were laying there, and she was there was this beeping noise, and she couldn't figure out what it was. And she kept asking him if his phone was dying, blah, 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 blah. Come to find out, he had hearing aids, and the battery was dying. And she didn't know how.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different. I
So-
mean,
Could he hear her or?
He could hear her on one side, but not the other. And then
uh,
she figured it out, and she didn't know how to get out of it, but she didn't talk to him anymore.
I don't think
that.
that's is that a deal breaker? That's not a deal breaker
I
now.
know. I just need you to go get some batteries, baby.
Right, exactly. Turn that bad boy up. Huh? I said turn that bad boy up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she. I don't know.
866-639-4689. And Venmo scams, we're about to talk to someone who, she kind of relates to the person who ended up getting $1,800 taken out of his Venmo by a first date because it happened to her and her Cash App. Wait until you hear what happened when she tried to get her coworkers to help out and pay for something for work. And next thing you know, she's broke.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I hate that.
We're going to get to that story, what you need to watch out for. That's going to be coming up just about 10 minutes away.
She may have felt uncomfortable at that point. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. You know what? Honestly, if I feel like I was awkward or weird, I'll probably just take myself out of the situation. Nothing against them. It's just me. You're embarrassed. You're like, you know what? I'm good. We ain't got to talk about it. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, fam. I think that is going to wrap it up for our show today on the live. We're still moving on the show here on the radio. So if you haven't downloaded the app, you know what it is. Hot 98.1 if you're in South Carolina, Georgia, and North Carolina, and Hot 104.5 on Knoxville and East Tennessee.
Go Vols.
There you go. Go Vols. Yeah, can you believe it? They're ranked number 1 now.
I know.
That's wild. Well, at least in the the playoffs. That's going to be huge.
We're going to beat Georgia.
Well, Clemson's high up there, too. Are they third? Fourth. All right. Listen, fam.
Well, what if it's the Battle of the Oranges?
Oh. Woo! Let's get one call. Hey, good morning. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Aurora from Anderson.
Good morning. Go ahead. What happened?
All right, bad first date. Met up with a gentleman at a hibachi restaurant. We drove separate cars because I always drive separate cars on a first date because you never know how it's going to turn out.
Sure.
Sitting down at the hibachi table, he never makes eye contact the entire time. Main thing he talked about was SpongeBob and how much he was in love with SpongeBob, how much he watches it all the time, and that he was in love with SpongeBob. and never once looked at me and like made eye contact the entire dinner.
You know
He's
what?
weird.
Yeah, that's odd. And I'll tell you, I mean, like
How
true
old
crime.
is he?
Go ahead.
Oh, he was older. He was probably in his mid-30s.
Oh, hell no. Keep that. Go on. He live in his mama basement, baby. Go
Oh,
on.
yeah.
You dodged the bullet.
Definitely. I wrapped it up. I was like, oh, I'm tired, ready to go home, you know. So I wound up going to a different bar after that, ditching him, meeting another guy, and taking him home that night.
Shut up.
I know that's right.
All right. Good for you. And by the way, Kokithia on our live said serial killer vibes. Seriously, you know, we do True Crime Tuesday. I don't know if you ever heard that. But Anonymous Josh had called in, and we're going to play this on Tuesday coming up. But he had a guy that had that kind of weird vibe, and turns out that the guy was a serial killer in Nashville.
Oh, no.
Right? I'm just saying, get out quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely never called him back.
Thank you for your call.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.
That is correct, Maria. Absolutely.
Probably trying to get out of the date.
All right, fam. I mean, like, I've watched some SpongeBob SquarePants, but I don't get the whole obsession with it. Like, some people do get, like, as soon as you say SpongeBob, they go nuts.
I bet he has a sponge in his bed.
Like a stuffed animal? No, like just a regular sponge. All right. Do you guys want the lives to go longer? Yeah, that's a good question, Jackie. I just saw that. I used to be a nursing assistant at a prison. Of course you used to be. Constance, you've done everything. Your life is crazy. Yeah.
A pocket sponge.
We're going to wrap up. Guys, thank you guys so much. We will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. And what is tomorrow?
Friday.
Is it really Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Today's Thursday?
Today is Thursday.
This diet's got my head bonkers.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow.